now those are permanently installed. So let's see, looks like it's got
No, I am not going up that hill.
I need to show them how it goes up a hill.
No, heck no.
It'll go up that hill.
Not with me in it.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Camp and Camera. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. We are going to up our campground game. We have picked up a 48 volt EZGO TXT golf cart. It's a 2017 model. It's one of those used Facebook Marketplace finds. Joanne's been giving me a hard time about how much time I've spent on Marketplace lately. But anyway, I got a golf cart out of it. It came with some almost dead lead acid batteries, and I need to put some new batteries in this thing. I reached out to LiTime. If you remember, LiTime sent me a battery from our cargo trailer a while back. Absolutely love the thing. Built really well, works really well. So I reached out and said, hey, I'm going to pick up this golf cart. Need to put batteries in it. I'd like to do lithium. Would you be willing to throw us a lithium battery this way? They said they would. It showed up. So we're going to do a conversion today and hopefully turn this little mundane golf cart into a lithium beast. So here's what we're working with. This at one point was what they call a fleet golf cart. It's pretty much stock. No frills, no lights, no back seat or anything, which is good because the back seat would keep me from putting this in the back of my truck and closing the tailgate. It has, which were at one time good batteries, but it has 6 8-volt Trojan lead acid batteries. And these dudes all together weigh about 373 pounds, I think. The LiTime lithium battery put in here, I think it only weighs around 80. I'll have to get the exact number. But we're going to be saving almost 300 pounds of weight by switching over to lithium. And a couple other good things. If you see the black hoses on top of these batteries, that is used to introduce distilled water to them. You're supposed to water these batteries like once a month, as I understand. You have to put distilled water in, keep them topped off. It takes like 10 to 12 hours to charge them. And then they're 170 amp hours, but you're never supposed to drain them below 50% because it can hurt them. I'm not that guy. I don't want to be putting water in there. I don't want to have to worry about how much I'm discharging them. Lithium is going to be lighter, no maintenance, no watering. Charge it in like, I don't know, 4 hours, run it down about as far as you want to. The benefits are just unbelievable. So look forward to getting this dude in here. So the first order of business is yanking these old dinosaurs out. So I'm going to make sure my key switch is turned off. I'm going to make sure that this forward reverse switch is in neutral. And come around to the controller side. And I'm going to switch this from run to the tow maintenance spot. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do first is get rid of the main ground and then the main positive, and then go from there. These are out of the way, and these two are out of the way. So now we've got the batteries on their own, and we just need to disconnect each one of them. Oh, goodness. All right, I think I'm trying to catch my breath after lifting out 6 enormous batteries. Anyway, let me show you what's going on down inside here. So what you see in here are 2 battery trays, or basically some angle iron. This right here looks pretty rough, but when I peel it off, it's mostly just the paint and a little surface rust back there. So So I pretty well got most of the rust removed. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some black paint to protect it and let it dry. While I'm into it, I'm going to go ahead and just clean some of the corrosion off these battery cables. That way they'll be good and clean when I put it back together. right, so the next thing I need to do is take the old charge port out because I won't be using that anymore. It's located right here on the front. I'm just going to drill these 4 rivets out, take it out. And on the inside, there are, now this is an EZGO TXT 48 volt 2017 model. I'm sure all golf carts are going to be different. But on this one, from what I gather on YouTube, there's 4 wires coming out of the old charge port. A black, a red, and a gray. Those are no longer needed. So this whole pigtail will just go away. This blue wire, which goes into the red wire, I'll just chop it off, put a ring terminal on it, and that will go straight to the positive lead on the battery.
While he's working on the golf cart, let me show you this. This is the old charger. You have to store it in your shop or separately from the golf cart, but the new charger, it actually becomes part of the golf cart, and you can actually store it under the seat.
Well, that's easy. I've got the rust scraped off the frame or the battery tray. I've got it painted. Now I'm going to take some measurements off the battery to see where in the tray I'm going to put it, because I may have to cut a little metal off. I hope it's as good as the other LiTime battery they sent, because I really liked it, but I haven't seen it. So let's see what's in here. Hard to imagine this thing could be as powerful as 6 of the other batteries, but it is. It's 100 amp hours, 51.2 volts. This is a 48 volt golf cart, so you want it to be a little higher than that. This has got Bluetooth 5.0, so I'll be able to download an app on the iPhone and be able to use some features with that. We'll show you that later. It's got some handles to pull it out with. The 2 critical dimensions that I'm looking at now, I know the height is going to be okay. I just want to look at the front to back and left to right. So left to right, we're looking at 19.5 inches. Front to back, we're looking at 10.25. I'd like to put it back here just to put a little bit more weight over the back wheels for traction. And I said 10.25, and it's about 10 and just a smidge over a quarter. So it'll fit perfectly between there. But it looks like I will have to cut these 2 little towers off here that those little posts went into. Here we go. 3, go. Okay. Now, there it is.
Wow.
Tell me that ain't something. Man, that looks a lot better. A lot cleaner. Jeez, oh man. One nice, slick, clean looking battery. About almost 300 pounds less weight. All right, so we run into a little snag. The installation kit they sent over, this little clamp sits on top of the battery and it slides in and out so it'll fit the different batteries they sell. These little rods go up through the rail, up through this little hole, and then they clamp onto those rails on the bottom with this little hook. The problem with my EZGO is that the rail in the front, yeah, I can drill a hole in it and it'll fit just fine, but the rail in the back, there's not enough room the way it's made. I took a metal crowbar I got at Harbor Freight and I cut the little angled ends off of it. And I'm just going to drill a hole in each end of this and put this underneath the battery tray. It'll overhang the front of the battery tray and the back of the battery tray. The rods will go down through it and it'll make like a little sandwich clamping. You'll see what I'm... All right, so here's a cool little template that LiTime sent out, and it shows the drill spacing for each of their batteries. So when I pulled the old charge port out, it obviously left a pretty good hole here. So I got on Amazon and I ordered this little adapter. So here's a plug I picked up on Amazon that I'll put in the golf cart, and it'll be permanently installed along with the charger. And I just have to plug an extension cord into it. It goes into this adapter and will screw right in place. I've got the little extension cord lead permanently mounted. And here's the charger. It's got a 110 on one end, which will plug into, obviously, the extension cord lead. And then this will plug into a wire that's permanently mounted to the battery. So the charger will be permanently mounted. All right, finally, it's time to wire it to the battery and energize this dude. So the first thing I like to do is I like to put the main wire that goes to the controller and motor on the battery. Secondly, I'll put on the red charge wire. And then lastly, I'll put on the little reed switch wire that we put the terminal in on earlier. Now, since there's not a post sticking up out here, it's a screw, I actually have to go in reverse order to do that. So I'll put on this reed switch wire, then I'll put on the positive charge wire, and then lastly, I'll put on the battery positive. Stick it on here like this. Get it snugged up just a little bit with a screwdriver. Okay, that looks good. And then next, I'll be putting on the battery negative, wherever that is. I'll have to find it. It must have.
It's the blue one.
Must have dropped down here.
It's back in behind.
There we go. Thank you. I'll put on the battery negative, and then the charge negative, and that's the only two that I have to do to this one. So again, reverse order. So I'll first put on the charge wire, then the battery negative. Now again, I've got the key turned off, I've got it in neutral, and I have the run tow turned to tow. If you have this thing turned to run, it may be arcing and sparking and making all kinds of fuss. You don't want that. Technically, even though I'm hooking it up, it's the same as being disconnected from the battery at the moment. So now I'm just going to tighten those down, not crank them. I don't want to break them off. I just want to tighten them down a little bit, and then snug up the wires. All right, so now that that's hooked up, I'm going to run this charger cord from the charger over to the pigtail that's on the battery. And you plug them in and turn this little collar to tighten it up. And now those are permanently installed. And if I want to charge the battery, I'm going to take and put this little adapter into it. So now when I want to charge the battery, all I have to do is raise this lid up and plug it to an extension cord, and it'll start charging automatically. Technically, it's ready to go. I say technically because LiTime also sent over a battery shunt and a meter that tells me the state of the battery while it's being used. So technically, I could go ahead and run the golf cart like it is, and I probably will just run around the yard to make sure it does work. But before I tidy up all the wires, I'm going to install the shunt and install the meter. That way I've got that capability. Most people that I've seen on YouTube will put their battery monitor here in the dash. I didn't want that. I want to keep my dash nice and clean, and I don't necessarily need to be staring at it while I'm driving down the road anyway. So what I did, I had this little plastic electrical box that I picked up at a flea market one time, just laying around. I just screwed it to this piece of plywood, and I cut a hole in the top of it and put the battery monitor in there, and you'll see that the cable comes out of the shunt and goes straight into the box. You don't need the box, that's just what I did. There's lots of videos on YouTube on how to install a shunt, and this one comes good directions, so I won't show you that piece of it. But what I will say, there's two big brass bolts, or they look like brass bolts. One on the left says B-. The only thing that goes there is the black cable that ties on the battery. And that's the only thing that ties on the negative post of the battery, nothing else. So it goes on the left side of the shunt. Everything that you would normally put on the negative post of the battery now goes here. I've got the charger plugged into it. I've got a voltage reducer plugged into it. I'll show you that in a minute. Everything that you would normally put to the negative post now goes there. The little white plug with the multicolor cables, that just goes to the screen. There is one little red wire that plugs in at the top on that little green block. It goes to the positive post. But everything else that you would normally put on the positive post also still goes there. Now this little box is the voltage reducer. The only reason I put that on here is that I wanted headlights. The golf cart didn't come with headlights, so I put some on, and they run off of 12 volts. So that voltage reducer just takes it from 51.2 down to 12. But that's not really part of this video. But it's a pretty easy installation. So here we are at the Triple Tree Aerodrome in Woodruff, South Carolina. And we're going to go out to the gate and do a start to finish drive-through of this thing just to show you how it's laid out. This place is huge. If you leave our camper where we're camped, go the other end and back, you're probably looking at about 3.5 miles total. We've been able to go to one end of the back several times a day, and we've only ever drained the battery down to about 55-60%. So I am blown away by how good this lithium battery setup is working in this golf cart and the range we're getting. And this is not all flat land either. There's some good hills around here. You want to go up this hill?
No, I am not going up that hill.
I need to show them how it goes up the hill.
No, heck no.
It'll go up that hill.
Not with me in it.
Here, let's go.
No.
I'm not going to.
I'm hopping out.
I'm not going to. We'll find a smaller hill. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, here's another hill. It's not as big as the one that scared you, but still pretty good hill. It does not slow down. It actually accelerated up the hill. So this thing does not lack power whatsoever. I'm sure it could go up even a steeper hill than that, but that was pretty steep, wasn't it?
It keeps surprising me.
Yep, it does me too.
Because when we got it, I was just convinced that it was going to be so slow.
Yep.
And that it wouldn't go up hills.
Of course, you're going to hear the generator running in the background, but what I've got going on here, I've got a 3,000 watt generator that I'm running the camper off of, and I've just got it plugged in to the port down here I installed. And as you can see, it just hit 100%. It's still putting in 17.5 amps, so it's just finishing it up. But now we're ready for another good day of golf carting. And as luck would have it, the golf cart has a built-in airplane hauler. And some people say you're supposed to use these to hold golf clubs. The heck with that. These are for airplanes, son. And now we're here down at the electric flight line. I bought this 2.5 meter glider today, and we're gonna put this thing in the air on a test flight. Take it off. if you can see us, we are setting in front of the 3D line, and at 9:30 there's going to be a 3D competition after dark. I gotta believe there's going to be some people hit their planes in the ground on this one. Hope they don't, but if they do, I want to see it. So we're back in hot and humid East Tennessee. Had a wonderful vacation. This golf cart and the battery were flawless. Didn't give us any problems for the whole week. We made several 3-mile round trips at the Triple Tree Aerodrome, several of those a day, starting at like 8 o'clock in the morning till almost midnight. Had plenty of juice left at the end of the day. Only took a couple hours to recharge it using the generator. Wonderful. Has plenty of torque, plenty of power. Could not say enough good things about this battery. So if you're looking to purchase one for your golf cart, or if you're looking to upgrade to lithium from lead acid, I'd recommend taking a look at this thing. I'm a believer. This is the second LiTime product I've had, and both have just been super. So, hey, if you're looking to do something, hopefully this will help you make a decision. And until next time, take care. We'll see you on the road. All right, here's the hill Joanne wouldn't let me go up yesterday. Let's see if it'll do it. I just have to know. Heck yes. Unbelievable.